Hey everybody, this is Lisa Alford with SoJax Realty. Today I am pleased to introduce to you my dear friend Eddie O'Keefe. He is with SWBC Mortgage. He has got 26 plus years experience. He is licensed in Florida and North Carolina, but he is local to Jacksonville area and he is a great all-around guy and you will really enjoy doing business with him. He'll take great care of you. So Eddie, we decided we were going to get together today and just kind of talk shop, and answer questions that we are hearing most often from the community coming
Absolutely.
at us from the people.
Absolutely.
um, yeah. So obviously, one of the biggest questions that I'm getting right now are, what are the rates doing? Because people are starting to hear some chatter about the rates coming down a little bit. So where are they right now?
I tell you what, it's been a breath of fresh air. Right now, if you've got good credit, got some money to put down, you're going to get in the mid sixes. Depending on the day, the rates still bounce around a little bit here and there. If you need some down payment assistance, or you got to do a program where it's minimal down, maybe some of those first time buyer programs, you're going to be closer to seven, probably into the low sevens. But that is huge compared to where they were just a year ago, just a few months ago. Rates peaked back in November. Someone with great credit, excellent credit, even with money to put down, was getting a rate in eight and a quarter. So to have rates at mid sixes, breath of fresh air.
Oh yeah, that's wonderful, wonderful news. So we are hearing there is some chatter that they're going to keep coming down. And when can we start to see that happen? And how low do we think they're going to go? And well, what's the forecast here?
Sure. So the key date is early March. The Feds will meet again. They said last time they anticipate having up to three rate cuts this coming year or in 2024. In March, they're going to meet again. If inflation is in fact in check, then we could start seeing the Feds reduce the Fed's funds rate starting May. Now, just the news of that is going to be positive for the rate environment. And we should see some rates start to come down further after that Fed announcement. Now, between now and then, rates are probably going to be steady. There's probably not going to be much movement. The market's going to be kind of flat until then. But I would say, look early March to really see, hopefully, those rates start coming down.
Fabulous. Okay. And how much do we think they're going to come down?
That's a great question. The word on the street is but before the end of the year is up, we should see low sixes, maybe high fives. The high fives is a maybe. That's what everyone. That's on the wish list. But I would expect the rate to be around 6%. Before the end of the year is up.
Okay, very good. So with all of that in mind, I am going to let our viewing public know that our audience know that I'm hearing chatter through other real estate agents that I work with across the country, that there are some hot spots going on actually right now that are seeing some multiple offers and that kind of thing. I from what I'm seeing locally, it really hasn't been too bad. It tends to be more of the what kind of property is it and if how the pricing is on it. Is that what you're seeing as well?
I am seeing that too. It is certain pockets, at least in this area here, that seem to be a little bit more, desirable than others, and
Hmm.
or certain features of the home. Maybe it's a pool home or something of that nature. But we are starting to see multiple offers. It was not like back in 2022, 2021. But we can see properties, have two, three, half a dozen offers on that single property. So that is starting to come back a little bit in this market.
Okay. Well, and that makes sense. As the rates are coming down, so many people have been waiting for the rates to come down. And of course, I've been preaching on this on my YouTube channel for the last year that don't wait as those rates start to come down, don't wait. Get in there before the bidding wars start because once the bidding wars start and get hot and heavy, you will likely be paying more for it than you would if you just jumped on in there. So, you as a lending professional, what do you say to that? Do you think somebody should wait and see what the rates are going to go down to? or do you think they should go ahead and jump in there? I mean, what would be your advice for somebody coming to you asking what's the best course of action?
That is a great question. I've got some information to share with everybody. Give me one moment to share my screen. What we've got here is a look of active listings, that are last 4 years. And we're kind of in that typical cycle where, things slow down towards the end of the year. This is kind of where we're at here in 2024. You can see this is, last quarter of each of the last 4 years, or 3 years, I should say. And we're here now, and things are just starting to tick up. So this is going to be your spring and summer buying season. So so people are thinking to themselves, oh wow, rates are going to be lower. There's going to be more inventory in the market. Things are going to be great. I'm going to just wait until the housing market heats up. But there's a caveat to this. And let me give you one other look here. And so see, what we have here is the median price of new listings that come on the market. So again, this goes back to 3 years, and here we are in 2024. If you wanted to buy a house and get a deal, last quarter was your time to do that. If history tells you anything, is that we are going to see home prices start to increase. This is the spring and summer buying season. This
Right.
is where the majority of the appreciation is captured in a given year. At the end of the year, if you look where we start to where we end up, where we start, where we end up, so on and so forth, that means that's the appreciation we gained for that entire year.
Okay.
However,
I want to stop you right here if you don't mind. All right. So normal months of inventory in a healthy market is 4 to 6 months of inventory. We haven't seen that in a very long time. And of course, that was a pipe dream back in 2022 when everything was so nuts. We were down well below 1 month of inventory. Right now, we're at 3.4 months of inventory. So we are just about to cross over into that healthy state there, but it's still technically a seller's market. As you'll notice, as those number of homes start increasing and the prices start increasing, that inventory is going to go back down. So right now, in terms of getting the better deal, in terms of having the most inventory, is going to be a buyer's best bet, as far as that goes. But I'm going to let you continue talking about the mortgage aspect of it. Go ahead.
I agree with you 100%. If you're looking at history, coming into the spring summer buying season, which is the majority of the business that happens throughout the year, you're going to be paying more for that house than you would be if you waited. And if you say, I'm just going to wait until the end of the year, you're still going to be paying more for that house than you would today. So to answer your question in a roundabout way, yes, now is a good time to buy, and no, now is not a good time to wait. Rates, you can always refinance down the road into a cheaper rate, but you can't change for what you pay for the price of the home. That is steady.
Right.
And just I saw a report. There's a little bit over 1 million homes on the market in the entire U.S. However, that's misleading because some of those homes are new construction. So as soon as a builder gets a permit to build a home, it's quote an eligible home for purchase. That home may not be ready for 6, 9, a year down the road.
Right.
What's really available out there, move in ready or able to move in and be ready, is about 750,000. So 750,000 in the entire U.S. If rates were to come down, and we're at the spring and summer buying season, that's not a lot of homes for people to choose from.
Well, especially when you consider that according to NAR, we are over 6 million homes short as a nation.
Mm-hmm.
And how many homes did you say are available?
750,000.
Yeah. Yeah. So that definitely stands the chance of a good solid chance of heating up into some really tenacious bidding wars, getting started again. So, if you were trying to avoid those bidding wars and still have a fairly decent rate, I mean, 6 3/4, as you said it is right now, is not a bad rate.
No.
And and you can always, purchase now and ride the wave out and then refinance it when they do come down to where you're happy. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, I think if 2024 is a year that you wanted to make a move, whether you're selling one and buying another or buying your first home, I encourage you to look at it now. It doesn't mean you may not find something that you want to get into, but the sooner you can start that home buying process, the better.
I agree with that. I think that makes the most sense in terms of availability and in terms of what you're going to pay for it.
I agree.
So, so there you have it, folks. You have a real estate sales expert and you have a mortgage expert giving you the best advice that they have for our current market. Here it is the end of January 2024. And if you need to reach either one of us for any questions that you may have, our contact information is down below this video. And I hope that you will take the opportunity to reach out to us because we're always here ready to help you. Thank you so much, Eddie, for the help today.
Thank you, Lisa. Been fun and always a pleasure.
Yeah, we'll get together again here in a few weeks and talk about some other interesting topics. So you guys be sure to subscribe and tune in with us again.